Welcome back. This is going to be our Week 3 video review for the ODAC and USA South conferences. Let's talk about team boxes first. Here I have highlighted the 20-yard line. If you look at the field, the team box is currently marked at the 25-yard line. However, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, team boxes were expanded to the 20-yard line on each side of the field to ensure that players and coaches had enough space to operate on the sideline without being too close. Now, these rules have not been brought back to the original 25-yard line and remain at the 20. Since most of our teams play on turf fields, these lines may not get updated until the turf is changed out. So let's understand where these players and coaches are allowed to stand and effectively communicate it to the sidelines. A second game management issue I would like to address is communicating with the chain gang prior to the game. Now, prior to the game, both short wings should be talking to our chain crew to ensure that not only do they know how to perform the duties of the chain gang, but they also know how to protect themselves in case play arrives in their laps. When the sideline is threatened, the chain personnel should drop the chains and get out of the way to protect themselves and the players on the side. Maintaining control of the chains while this player exits the field of play could lead to serious injury for both the player or the chain crew members. Let's be smart and safe and make sure everyone knows how to perform their duties as safely as possible. Let's look at an illegal formation. Here we have 5 backs in the backfield. This is an illegal formation that needs to be communicated amongst both short wings. On this particular situation, we have 5 backs that are 2 or more yards away from the line of scrimmage. Our goal is to make it legal when it is close, but I cannot consider this close. When we have this many backs, we should see our short wings communicating, and we do get a little wave from our short wing on the top side of the field. But after the snap, and once this ball becomes live, we should have 2 flags go up, indicating that both of our short wings know that we have an illegal formation. The far short wing has a flag, but our near short wing doesn't. Let's make sure we're communicating, we understand what's going on these type of plays. Another type of illegal formation that needs to be addressed is one that involves the offensive linemen, specifically the tackles. Here, I have highlighted the offensive tackle on the left side of the line of scrimmage. Our common philosophy is that all linemen's helmets must break the waist of the center in order to be considered on the line of scrimmage. Here, our left tackle's helmet is completely behind the backside of the center. This is an illegal formation, as in this position, our left tackle would be considered a back. In order to resolve this, let's first talk to the coaches and the player with the intention of getting them to be in a proper position. Once the player is in a proper position, we can hold them accountable to stay in that position. If they begin to move backwards or ignore our original direction, we have to use our legal formation foul as a way to adjudicate this situation. To some live action plays. On this play, let's key the lineman at the time of the throw. Now, what we need to consider is not only the possibility for ineligible downfield, but also the possibility for offensive pass interference. At the snap, we see an RPO, or run pass option, where the quarterback can hand the ball off or throw a pass. On these plays, our linemen are blocking as if it's a run play. Now, here we have 3 linemen beyond the line that I've drawn on the screen, which is 3 yards beyond the original line of scrimmage. Our lineman in the center of the field would be considered ineligible downfield, as he is merely beyond the 3-yard mark but not actively blocking anybody. Conversely, we have 2 linemen over here on the left who are actively blocking individuals they engaged on the line of scrimmage more than 3 yards downfield. This is actually considered offensive pass interference. So, when you see these situations, understand what you're looking at. These linemen can block up to 3 yards, but not beyond 3 yards. And with the current positioning of the defenders, you can tell that they're at least 4 yards, which philosophically is when we would want to start throwing these flags. From the end zone view, you'll see our linemen push these defensive linemen back more than 3 yards and remain engaged with them as the pass is thrown. There's a big difference in the foul for ineligible downfield and offensive pass interference. Knowing the difference is going to ensure that we get this call right. On this play, let's key number 40, highlighted here. During the live ball action, he gets blocked, and there's a little scuffle and a pile up, but nothing out of the ordinary, until this right here. Number 40 tries to tear a blue player off of his teammate, doing nothing exceptional on the ground. Trying to remove a player from a pile is an automatic unsportsmanlike conduct foul. The umpire does a great job here sticking with his keys, trying to intervene as soon as possible, addressing the issue with the flag as appropriate. Good get here. On this next play, we have a situation involving forward progress. When the forward progress of the runner is stopped, the play is considered dead and he can no longer advance the ball. In addition, once the forward progress is stopped, he can no longer lose possession. It is in our judgment to declare when forward progress is stopped. When we have a forward progress spot on a run, we want to make sure we're clear about what we are indicating to both sidelines. On this play, you'll see our short wing stride right onto the field at the spot of forward progress with the apparent fumble. This is an indicator to all of us that we do not have a fumble, but we have a spot where the down ends. Let's do a good job cleaning up this play, because in addition to ensuring we have this spot of forward progress, we also need to make sure that the white player is removed for losing his helmet. Put 40 up on the play clock and restart on the officials ready. Let's talk about goal line mechanics for a second. Keying the deep wing on this play, we know you have the goal line. Since you have the goal line, you should hold that line until the ball has been declared dead. There's no reason to move back into the field of play to get a spot within the 2-yard line until the ball is dead. If you hold this line the entire time and the ball is short, you can move to that spot after the play has been officially ruled dead. Your perspective on the goal line is much more important, since that's the most important line on the field. For our You Make the Call play this week, let's check out this play from last season. Let's slow it down. Take some time and figure out how you'd rule on this very unusual play. That's it for the Week 3 video review. Good luck this weekend, everyone.